I know that I'm late to the party, but I wanted to make a list of movies coming out this year that I wanted to talk about, either for the best or for the worst. These are my reactions to the trailers, not of the actual movies. I will also be only including movies that are not out when I'm recording this, so Sandman 4, the Super Chris Pratt movie, and movies previous to this review will not count. But Evil Dead Rise will be on this list. I have only one reason, and that is because I thought that was going to release in October. You know, when a regular horror movie releases. But no, apparently it released 3 days ago. So just act like it's not out yet, okay? Alright. Ruby Gillman. Let me say right off the bat that I'm not expecting this movie to be a Puss in Boots 2. I am pretty sure everyone is expecting this to just be a okay movie. And if you do believe that it's going to be a Puss in Boots 2, you may want to lower your expectations. It looks like it will just be a very meh movie when it comes out. The trailer basically spoils everything. It's probably one of the worst trailers that I've ever seen because of that. The plot of her identity as a Kraken being revealed to the town feels very stupid because, I mean, if you have eyes and it's pretty fucking obvious. I like how she's the outcast, meanwhile everyone else looks like fucking Gumby, which reminds me of the animation. God, the fucking animation. The animation looks okay in some parts, but I mostly do not like it. I do not like the art direction and the character designs that they are going for. At best, they can look very generic, but some characters look straight up cursed, especially the background people. The villain feels as if the generic TikTok woman voice was a person, which makes me want to dig my toes into the ground until they bleed. And overall, I am not going to watch this. It looks like it's most likely going to be bad. It looks like it's going to be another Abominable? Yeah. Or a movie like Home where it's just forgotten in the catalog of DreamWorks movies. I honestly don't know why so many people are hyped about this movie. Saying that it's from the creator of Shrek isn't going to do shit when the writing so far has been very bland and safe. But remember guys, Ruby Gillman will be the next SpongeBob. Trolls 3, fuck off. Evil Dead Rise. I actually am a fan of the Evil Dead series, and I enjoy everything from its universe. I've watched the series, I've watched the original, and hell, my first video was supposed to be a retrospective of why the series was so great. But my files got corrupted when I tried to make a Pizza Time reference in the video, and it turned all my files into Pizza Time. Anyways, if you want to experience a pretty fun time, if you just want a goofy, cheesy ass series to laugh at, then this is a series that you'll just fall in love with. But with this movie, based off the trailers, I am fairly intrigued. I think that out of all the Evil Dead movies and TV series, I think this one will be the most different. I think this would be more of a continuation of the tone that the 2013 remake tried to go for, which isn't bad, don't get me wrong. That movie has some pretty cool visuals and had a hint of goofiness to it. I just think that Evil Dead works best if it either goes batshit insane or manages to balance it out with some genuine horror. There's some whiff of horror movie cheesiness in it, and I'm looking forward to the Sam Raimi renaissance that is happening right now. I may not watch it in a movie theater, but I'll probably watch it when it goes to streaming. Strays. This movie looks like shit. I'm just gonna say it right away. This is just gonna fucking be awful. This movie looks like it would be irritating to sit through. The premise is,
like, what if dogs curse and, like, they smoke weed and they were actually bad?
This is the laziest plot that I can think of, and I thought that this trend of animal movies ended with the horrible Beverly Hills Chihuahua movies and the animal abuse-filled Air Bud movies. But I guess companies will never fucking learn that nobody wants these movies anymore. It died out for a reason. Its comedy is like if you let a 13-year-old curse for the first time, and now he won't stop cursing every second. It's shocking maybe the first time you hear it, but once you keep on hearing it, you kind of just want them to shut up. The premise of this movie has been done to death and then some.
I'm coming!
Stray just looks like the most annoying, unfunny piece of shit that you'll probably be comparing to the quality of Emoji Movie. I am not fucking stuttering. I think it will be that bad. Even the title of the trailer is annoying, which I didn't even know that you could do that with a movie. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Part 1. You know you're going to see this movie. You'll be lying if you didn't. Do I need to say anything that will add to the conversation of why this movie looks so good? Why the introduction of Spider-Man 2099 is so cool because we only really saw his appearance in games that weren't just the comics? Or why the idea of Miles messing up the multiverses of Spider-Man and then running from them to prevent the loss of anyone is insane? No. I don't think I can add anything. I am excited to see where this celebration of all things animated will go, and I am definitely seeing this movie in movie theaters when it releases. You know you guys are just going there to see Bombastic Man. I mean, look at his face. He's so fuckable.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Song and Snakes. That is a weird-ass title, but okay. There isn't a lot shown or really anything known about this movie. Apparently, it's supposed to be a prequel to the mainline books and movies, and it will center around the villain President Snow and what led to his rise of power. I'm saying this based on a summary that I saw of the book, so maybe that's not entirely true. That sounds interesting, but I think it'll be really hard to fill that premise alone for a 1.5 to 2 hour experience. I don't know, I'm kind of mixed with this announcement. I'm interested in the movie, but at the same time, I think that they should just leave the series alone. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. There we go. This movie I'm also really mixed on. The visuals look so fucking fantastic. The backgrounds sort of give me this storyboard sort of vibe, and I really enjoy it. The voice acting so far is great. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles actually look like teenagers for once, and are being voiced by teenagers for once. Seriously, why did it take this long? It looks like the fighting scenes are going to be very stylish, and overall, it looks like it's going to be a pretty decent movie. But the dialogue is so bad in some places. He looks like a tiny Shrek. Shut up. Obviously, I think that this is targeted more towards kids. Well, no shit, it is made for kids. Shut up. This isn't a bad thing. It's just that I just wish that the humor was, I don't know, a little bit more clever than a fucking 2-year-old brain can come up with. It's being made by Seth Rogen, which I personally like him more as a writer than a voice actor. He was an executive producer on The Boys, executive producer on Preacher, which from what I've saw, that was actually a good show. The Disaster Artist, Superbad, and 40-Year-Old Virgin. He has a really impressive lineup of movies that he's worked on, but he's also made shit like Sausage Party, Good Boys, Neighbors, Neighbors 2, The Green Hornet, and The Interview, where Kim Jong-un was so offended by the betrayal of himself that he would go to war with America if it aired in movie theaters. I am not joking, this is a real fucking thing. He's made a lot of shit, and he's made actually some good stuff, so I'm kind of mildly optimistic when it comes to this movie. I'm hoping that it'll be great though, and I'll probably watch it when it goes to streaming. And the last one of this video, Elemental. Now, this movie is really divisive when it comes to the internet. Do I think that the visuals look bad? No. I really don't. I think the main problem that I would have with the movie is its story. Like, seriously, Disney and Pixar, I feel like you guys have been doing the sort of family trauma thing for 5 years. At this point, I just think that you're banking off of the trauma of others, but maybe that's just me. I really hope that this movie isn't just gonna be a bunch of fucking puns, because it looks like that's gonna be most of the humor, which is gonna get annoying quick. It's mostly just a story and humor that seem very bland and safe. I don't think it's going to be an absolutely awful movie like some try to claim, but I'm just guessing that it's one of those movies that you watch once and then you kind of never watch it again. Sort of like an Onward or Brave, which isn't a bad thing. I just don't think that a lot of people are going to be passionately looking back at this film and being like, oh yeah, it's such a masterpiece, you know? I'll be watching this when it goes to streaming, but I don't think I'm really going to be that excited for it. And that is the last of my list. I know that I'm missing a lot of movies, but I mean, you probably don't know the pain of editing, so I mean, I really don't want to edit a 20-minute video. I like talking, but when it comes to editing, Jesus. Anyway, subscribe if you want to, like if you want to, even comment if you want to. I don't care. You do you. Have a good day.